Why should you buy this? Outstanding speed, zero blackout continuous shooting, 4K video. Why we picked the Sony A9. In our hands-on Sony A9 review, we called it an awesome example of where camera technology is headed. Since its first mirrorless camera, Sony has always been on the cutting edge of imaging tech, and that's why the A9 is our pick for best digital camera overall. To be sure, the A9 is not the camera for everyone, especially at a price of $4,500. Its key selling points are features that will matter most to sports and action photographers, but it pushes so far beyond the status quo of mirrorless cameras in this regard that everyone will be paying close attention to it. The sensor is a newly developed 24-megapixel unit built using a stacked CMOS design, the first for a full-frame camera, albeit not the first in general. The RX100 Mark V uses a 1-inch stacked sensor. Thanks to this design, the A9 can read out data 20 times faster than the A7 II, which also uses a 24MP sensor. So what does that readout speed translate to in the real world? Full resolution RAW images at 20 frames per second, FPS. That's faster than the Nikon D5 and the Canon EOS 1DX Mark II, both of which are workhorse cameras for professional sports shooters, despite the fact that the A9 has a 4MP advantage over them. Of course, speed without accuracy is meaningless, which is why the Sony A9 is graced with a 693-point phase detection autofocus system that covers more than 90% of the frame. At least on paper, this is a significant improvement both over Sony's A7 series and basically every other camera in existence. And in experience, we certainly found nothing to complain about. Complementing the high-speed shooting is an electronic shutter with a fastest speed of 1/32,000th of a second. It's designed to minimize the jello cam effect, and also allows the A9 to shoot completely silently. But that's not all. With the electronic shutter engaged, the camera can shoot at 20 fps with no viewfinder blackout between frames. That means photographers trying to track high-speed subjects won't lose sight of their targets for even a split second. Again, most photographers won't need what the A9 is offering, but it is a technical powerhouse and a true achievement in photographic innovation that can't be ignored. It's the type of camera we're lucky to see once in a decade.